Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Moon, and me, Sailor Jupiter here today. And today we're going to talk about are we, or talking about us being friends. What do we think of the Power Rangers or the My Keepers? Do both our shows have things that are the same? At first look, you might think no, the shows don't have anything that's the same. Since first off, you would say one is a drawing show, or and the other one is a live show. Well, yes. At first, those are the first big unlikenesses that both shows have. You might say, oh well, one's been going on for 30 years and one's been going on for 31 years. That might be a big unlikeness, but the big unlikeness between the two would have to be. Then you look at shape-shifting. The Might Keepers shape-shift. We shape-shift too. So we have that the same thing. Both of them were borrowed, and both of them one. We were a funny book that became a drawing show. They were a live show that was offshooted from another live show. We both fight Fiends of the Week, or you could say, yeah, Fiend of the Day, if you want to say it that right. And one big unlikeness is that our Fiends never grow big after we beat them. Something that has happened on the Might Keeper sundress times over its 30 years or so. Well, there are some things that are the same. Like one, if you looked at Billy, the first blue keeper, and you look at Amy, the Sailor Mercury or Sailor Quicksilver, both of them are highly wise. Both of them are known to have wore glasses. Both of them are known as the brains of their teams, and both of them shapeshift into blue. One being the Blue Keeper, the other one being Sailor Mercury or Sailor Quicksilver. Both of them have names that end with Y. Now, at first, someone might think that it was only, out of luck. That no way that Siobhan Glee at the time saw what Toei Business was doing with Sailor Moon and say, well, we need someone like that in the Might Keepers. Now, another thing that might be the same between us is Tuxedo Mask getting brainwashed. The same way that Tommy Oliver would get brainwashed when he first became the Green Ranger before the spell was broken off of him. You want to go on? Yeah, you're right, Sailor Moon. I mean, at the end of the day, that is something that is the same that both our shows had, was brainwashing. Yes, it happened with Tommy Oliver when he became the first Green Ring Keeper. It happened with Trent Fernandez when he became the White Keeper. And it did kind of happen to Ryan Mitchell, but that was more of being lied to over his 20 years. And you have Darien Tuxedo Max, or Evening Coat Hyde, Reenie getting brainwashed. So yeah, but that just seems to be a trope that both shows had, and I don't really think that with one show doubling what they saw another show do. At the end of the day, those are the things that might be the same between them. And also bringing up this little thing about, at the end of the day, you might think that that's it. Well, no. Then you had Zordon and Queen Serenity, known to have might, known to have fought foes themselves. One getting stuck in a time hole, and the other one dying, but casting folks away. I guess again it may have been a trope. At the end of the day, the Mike Keepers and Sailor Moon have some things that are the same between them, and there are little things that are unlikeness. And if you'd say one's a drawing show, one's a live show, yeah, that would be a big unlikeness. Us fighting fiends and them fighting fiends, and then them growing is something that the fiends that we fight never did. You know, go back to it now, Sailor Moon? Whoa, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, at the end of the day, Sailor Jupiter, Mike Keepers and Sailor Moon do have a lot that's the same. There are some some unlikenesses between each other. Like one has been going on for 30 years and has a 30 years of followings and sagas, and we only been around for 31 years, and we only had 5 followings and sagas if you look at the Viz and Toei work and everybody else's work. But if you look at Dieter Cliveway work, well, then that was only 4. And one big thing is that we were never sold to anyone. Sailor Moon has always been half owned between Naiko Takiguchi and Toei Business since between 92 YL, where the Mike Keepers were owned by Siobhan Glee for at least 8 years, then owned by the Walt Disney Business for at least 9 years, then owned by Siobhan Wealth Team for about 8 years, and then owned by Hasbro and Business for at least 5 years so far. And that might be one of the big unlikenesses between them. And I guess you could say that Han Siobhan and Naiko Takiguchi, are both well known for, Sailor Moon and the Mike Keepers. Anyway, anything else you want to put there for in it, Sailor Jupiter? Yeah, that's about right. Like at the end of the day, a big unlikeness is that our fiends never got big. Oh yeah, there was Emerald when she became a Lindworm, but that was and then Queen Beryl when she became one with Queen Natalia. But at the end of the day, that was those 2 times. Mostly, we just fought our fiend, and once the fiend was killed, it didn't become big, making us have to get to a big fighting toll and then kill it again. That was a trope that, Mike Keepers has done for 30 years, and sundry other shows like that have done too. So at the end of the day, yes, Sailor Moon and Mike Keepers do have a lot of things that are the same between each other, and they do got some things that are not the same between each other. So, if you like this film, follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here, with Sailor Moon and Sailor Mars. I, Sailor Jupiter, or Sailor Stormworld, Lita, and I, Sailor Moon Serena, and I'll see you later. Goodbye. Why does everybody always leave me to end my film? Why always gotta end it for? Why can't someone else do it?